You do realize that hearsay is not evidence, right? Like reading something in a comment section on a YouTube video and reading that somebody saw this or heard this is not evidence. In a courtroom, the judge would laugh if you said, "Oh, well, my evidence is that someone said that they saw this person saying this over and over." That's not evidence. I get that a lot of you want to hate Joy Sparkle BS, Katie Smith. I get it. Y'all don't like how she uploaded tons of videos on the Daddy of Five thing, even though all journalists and all news networks and pretty much anybody who vents about anything serious, if they're doing it on a public platform, there's a chance they could be profiting in some way. Y'all don't care about all that happens on a daily basis. Y'all just go after her. Even though she had a childhood that caused her to be triggered by a lot of what she saw with the Daddy of Five. Sorry if you don't like the word triggered. Why is it so hard for you people to believe that just maybe some people out there really care that much about things? Like, just because you don't have that sort of passion doesn't mean that if someone else does, that there's some monetary agenda. And if the fact that y'all automatically assume that shows me that y'all only do things if y'all benefit from it directly. And it's obvious too that a lot of you are not partnered with AdSense on Google. Because if you were, you'd know that you don't make much. And by that, I'm talking like, unless you're like Leafy is here and you're making like millions per video, the amount that you're making would seriously, like the amount that Joy would be making would be enough for her to maybe buy a pair of shoes from Target every month. And that's not a joke. That's not me under exaggerating. So, it's ignorance on your behalf. Like, I don't know how much money you're thinking she makes, and it's also unfair because y'all are targeting her when tons of other. Why? I just don't understand. Why is it so hard to believe that somebody would get on camera and be that moved and angered by something? And why does obsession anger you so much? When people get really obsessed over things, I think it's I like to see people get really emotionally involved. Why does that anger you? And again, evidence. So far, there's this guy, some guy 827. His evidence reminds me of like stuff you hear in the 6th grade. It's like, well, so and so said that she's asking for donations. I've watched every one of her live streams because on my phone, on YouNow, I have the app and I get alerted every time she does a live stream. And every time she does a live stream, I have not one time seen her ask anyone for a donation. I've offered her money. I've offered her to stay with me before because I know what it feels like to be struggling. And she declined. And she knows I'm not the type who would throw it in her face. And she knows I'm not the type that if I helped her that I would like go run and tell everybody. So that's not why she declined. And I offered her in private. She has talked to enough people in private conversation that if she was doing this side begging or dry begging or whatever you people want to call it, it would have come to there would be screenshots of it. There would be video clips of her asking people, because people record these live streams, that she cannot delete. There would be evidence. There would be actual evidence if she was really just begging. And then people, when they can't accept that fact, then they say, well, the fact that she's talking about her illness and talking about donations at the same time implies. No, that doesn't imply anything. The only time the word donations has come out of her mouth has been to benefit other people, and that's been proven. And so what that she talks about her illness? I'm so glad so many of you came out on my previous video and y'all discussed your illnesses, because it makes it more real. Like, unless somebody's walking around disfigured from a car accident or diagnosed with cancer or has a cast on their arm or a pacemaker, unless there's like some physical, like something you can see, then people so badly want to accuse others of lying when they say that they're sick. I'm watching this guy, Aussie guy, Shano. That's actually what motivated me to start uploading right now. And so his evidence, he starts off talking about her lies. So I'm really curious. I'm like, okay, what are these lies? Again, it's all based on hearsay. These people think that just because they don't like her, that they can go around slandering her. You can say she's annoying. I can't stand how obsessive she is. I think she's profiting. You can say that, but to say for a fact that she's profiting, to say for a fact that she's lying, when you don't know that and it's all just based on assumption is disgusting, and it makes me not take you seriously at all. And when I see all the parasites in the comments getting happy and excited, like, ooh, this person hates Joy too, and they're like, I just love you so much, and in the comments they'll be like, I just love you so much, you hate her too. Y'all are that, it reminds me of well, I never went to high school, but it reminds me of what I imagine high school would be like, where you've got, like, I picture a cafeteria, and I picture the people doing things with their life who really care and are motivated, and they really want to bring discussions forward that need talking about, and those people being hated on by the, I don't want to say losers, but the parasitic type of people who all they want to do is gossip and bring others down. They're all sitting at that one table insulting that other person, trying to bring that person down. And, you know, there are so many people in this world that really do deserve to be talked badly about. There really are harmful people where there's evidence against them who are doing harm. I do think, and Joy's not one of them. I'm sorry. No. She can annoy you and you can think she's lying, but that's not factual. And the fact that you would make videos on nothing but assumptions and hearsay is very childish, and it really shows that you don't really value the truth. And to me, that is frightening. That's disturbing, and that's a mental illness in and of itself, honestly. Sorry, I've got to sip my tea. It's really early. I woke up this morning to my basement flooded because we had so much rain last night. There was an awful odor when I got up, and the basement's flooded about this deep. So I called my landlord, and hopefully that gets fixed. But yeah. So learn what evidence is, and y'all talk about, well, she's causing harm to Cody. No, she's not. Like, obviously, you don't know how the law works. And now some of you are getting excited, too, because you are hoping that she's going to get in trouble for calling this purple mattress company. Look up what one consent states are. The place that the phone call took place for the purple mattress is a one-party consent state, and same with her state. So she's perfectly fine. She did not have to tell them she was recording the phone call. So sorry to rain on your hating parade, but she's fine in that department, too. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Just learn your terms and stop slandering people. Like, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that you have to slander them. And I honestly think that if Joy was not a female, I think if she were a male, she'd be getting away with all of her passion a lot more. Because if you look at YouTube and you look at history and you look at pretty much the entire world, whenever male figures come out and they speak very diligently about, nobody really judges them the same way that if a woman does. If a woman does it, what is her reason? What is her motive? It's really sick. And it's going to be harder for males to recognize this because as a woman, I've recognized this. So, yeah. Whatever. Bye.